Hello, my name is Matt Markeski. I'm a Focus missionary here at St. James, and I want to welcome you back to Behold. As God's beloved children, we're given a specific mission by which we're given away in love. Every person is made to be given away in love. A free, total, faithful, and life-giving gift of self. Like our baptismal identity, the beauty, power, and dignity of our vocational identity is lived in union with Jesus. Jesus said to them again in John's Gospel, "Peace be with you, as the Father has sent me, so I send you." Everything we do should be a response to the truth of who we are. And everything we do should be rooted in and flow out of our identity as a son or daughter. In other words, we experience fulfillment and true joy when everything we do, every part of our lives, is centered around our identity as beloved sons and daughters of the Father who is crazy in love with each one of us. So relationship with God first, then comes mission. But how do we know what that mission is, where that mission is, who that mission is supposed to be with? Here is where we can tend to overcomplicate things or get confused, because we have ideas about mission being reserved for missionaries in third world countries, or it's just reserved for those who work in the parish, maybe. As Christians, though, our mission flows from our baptism. The primary mission of the church is to share the good news and bring salvation to all. All you need to do is invest in a few, win them to Christ, build them up as faithful disciples, and then send them out to do the same. Think of this as the little way of evangelization. Just as Saint Therese of Lisieux was able to accomplish great holiness through prayer and little acts of great love, investing deeply in a few can bear tremendous fruit as you participate in the Church's mission of making disciples of all nations. Even Mother Teresa affirmed the need to be on mission right in our own community. And I quote, "There are many in the world who are dying for a piece of bread, but there are many more dying for a little love. There's a hunger for God." So let me ask you, who's already in your life? Who are your friends, your neighbors, co-workers? It's with those people that you're called to serve, to love, and to share your life deeply. Let me share with you the story of a man named Jan Taranowski. Jan was a tailor in Nazi-ruled Poland. He wasn't a priest, didn't have any formal training in theology, but at the risk of his own life, he opened his apartment to several young men to instruct them in the faith. With that group of men, he shared the joys and struggles of his life, and they simply lived the faith together. They talked about how to root out sin, to go deeper in prayer, and to better understand God's will for their lives. He also trained them to go out and share the faith with their other friends, to go on mission in their own circles and communities. And by God's grace and Jan's simple investment of friendship, 10 of those men went on to become priests. One of those priests was Karol Wojtyła, the man who would become Pope St. John Paul II. Now let that example of mission sink in for a minute. The world wouldn't have known Pope John Paul II if it wasn't for Jan Taranowski accompanying him in discipleship. So what does this mean for you and me? We're called to do the same as we walk with people God has placed within our own circles of influence. Maybe this means inviting friends over to your home after Mass and talking about the gospel or homily over a stack of pancakes. Or maybe it means asking a buddy, "How are you doing really?" on the sidelines of your kid's soccer game, and then having the courage to offer to pray with them for a difficult challenge they're facing. The bottom line is, we're given countless opportunities to be Christ in the world. We just need to make ourselves available and to have the courage to respond. I wanted to thank you for your time. Hope you're enjoying Behold, and we look forward to having you back next week.